But at this point, I'm actually thinking that it'll be it'll probably be a collaborative project instead. I think the next project that I work on will be oops, why did that not copy correctly? Copy, paste. No, why are you not? Whatever. It's on my site and it's called IMA. It's down in the jam section. I may make IMA into a real game. That might be one thing that I do. But then no, more likely we'll have like a. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the signal jams. I haven't done one in a while, so like no one here has probably ever seen one before. But basically the idea is that like we all make a game together. Like we decide what type of game we're gonna make, and then I sit here and I like punch buttons in, and people send me assets, and I integrate the assets into the game, and we all decide like what sort of yeah. So, uh, oh yeah, yeah. Oh right. So actually, so again, like I don't want to get ahead of myself, Darius, but that's one of the things that I'm thinking for the future of side quests. So, um, yeah. So, yeah. Uh, oh yeah, Lauren. Yeah, Darius was asking. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna read Darius's question again because it's really great. It's just. Where did it go? Oh yeah. So Darius asks, Binri, I still wonder why are you still making this game? I know it's a nice thing, but why don't you try something bigger, like a real game? And so yeah, so then I was just talking about like what I'm thinking for the future side quest, and yeah, Lauren, funny you should be here. Actually, I guess since Lauren's here, Lauren, I think I haven't really talked to you much about this, but uh, I for the for side quest like the web version, I like okay. So the thing that's really the reason I don't talk about this specifically, like I do talk about some blue sky stuff for side quest, but the reason I don't talk about this specifically is because I don't actually have the tools, like I don't have the know how to actually to like get this to happen. So I'm probably gonna have to work with someone to try and adapt the project in this way. But like so Lauren, since you're here, yeah, like the end goal, like not certainly not the current the current goal, like because I know this would probably take like a while to get to, but like the end goal, I kind of want I basically want it so that like a person could go onto like the site and I guess they'd have to like authenticate with Twitch or something. You know how like people do that. Like there are sites that are like you log in with Twitch or whatever. Because I'd have to like like basically like demonstrate themselves to be the streamer they claim to be, and then the idea is like basically like so there'd be like some so like so like right now this is the little window that I get to show notifications on screen. And basically, I'm picturing like side quests in something like this, because with something like this, whoever like logged in to the site to broadcast could then quickly just in OBS, just like I do, they could just add side quests to their stream, and so the idea for like the idea for the way the game would work is, and so this is the other web thing that I don't really understand, but I kind of want to do is I want side quest to be one world. I want it to be I want it to basically be that players can start their own questing party within the world of side quest, right? So the important thing there is that if you go from one stream to another that plays side quest, you keep your character. So it's weird, and like again, so I don't usually talk about this blue sky stuff because it's actually probably more likely than not that this will never happen. So please, no one get your hopes up. I know I probably should have started with that, but please don't get your hopes up. I don't know if this is ever going to happen, but that's like kind of what I want to accomplish. I just don't know any of the steps between where I am and how to get that happening. So we'll see. Stay tuned. Yeah. Uh, what just happened to the bottom left corner? Oh, this is me looking at OBS. So this is the broadcasting software that I use. So whenever I put it on screen, it looks funny. Um, all right. What was I actually working on? Do a Minecraft playthrough. I've never played Minecraft before. Like I play. Oh no, that's not entirely true. I logged into a server once, like 7 years ago, or like I don't know, whenever. No, like what was it, like 5 years ago? And I've literally never played it. So if I did a Minecraft stream, it would be a how'd this idiot go his whole life without ever playing Minecraft stream. Uh, how long am I gonna grow this thing on my chin? Yeah, I'm gonna dye it blue and gold and be a pharaoh. You nailed it. Right on, right on. Uh, all right, I should do work, right? Because right now I'm just like slacking off. Uh, so yeah, so this stuff we're done with now. We can get rid of that. And is there any? I think that should be all the references to pygame.sound. Uh, pygame.sound. Nope. Yeah, no more references to pygame.sound. Okay. um. So. Oh yeah, yeah. So in essence, I don't. Oh well, yeah. So that's the other thing. I guess like there would be the right. So the streamer who went to the site and got one of these like and registered and got one of these little pop up boxes. Probably from the site where they got the little pop up box to pop out of, there would be like this. That's where this would live, I guess. So yeah. So it's like yeah. I guess I didn't say the whole thing, but like, whoa, why is the game crashing? Am I not streaming? No, I'm streaming. What's happening? What's happening? It's not like it's just like hard locked or something. That might be my computer or something. It might have just like needed processing power and like decided to terminate the. I don't know. I don't know what's happening there. Oh, and then it just goes again. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah, no, I have no clue what that was about. Wait, and an event just started? What just happened? That it's creeping me out that an event just started because, right? It was like that was like what we were seeing before was that there was like a hitch before the event, but that was like way worse than a hitch. That was horrendous. Um, I don't know what that means. um, um, yeah, we were just looking at the start of the event, and there's like nothing that happens at the start of the event. Like all that happens at the start of the event is that we take all of our data and set it back to clean. Like the because like after an event, we hold on to the event data so that people can participate late, and so that we can. I think there were like a couple other reasons, but yeah, there like all we actually do at the start of an event is like at this point, like I mean, we did the audio thing, and that I don't know, it doesn't happen all the time though, and that's like the worst I've ever seen it happen. Although maybe I just haven't been paying attention as much, and maybe it's actually been happening more. Um, hmm, interesting. Um, yeah. Oh yeah. So if the to finish my thought about the website stuff is like yeah, that's the other thing is that like this secret panel. Um, I'm actually conflicted about it because like on the one hand, it's nice to have the secret panel, but then on the other hand, like you can actually run the game just through chat controls. So maybe like yeah, I don't actually know. I feel like I feel like having like the secret panel on the website would be nice because the other thing is that there's also like a million other things that I haven't talked about, but that like if the chat panel was on the website, like I think like it would I don't know. I'm actually not I'm not 100% on that one, so I might come down either way. Um, it wouldn't hurt to have it there, but then if it's a ton of extra work and like headachy type of stuff, then it might be easier just use the chat commands. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Uh, Smooth animations. The actual question there is there any plan to hire an animator? And I guess I would just say with what money? Um, uh, yeah. So, all right. Uh, what, um, what, what the what? Oh, yeah. I don't need my website stuff to be open anymore. So for one thing, I won't idly poke at it, and I also don't plan on using it. The So looking at the backlog, sorry, I was like, I'm on like it. My brain is like now going on like this giant tangent of like all this stuff that I can't do right now. So let's look at what stuff I can do right now. Oh yeah, so I should keep the animation um, on screen or like visible to me, just so I can see when if and when this is happening. And I guess it couldn't hurt to look at it again, to look at the part like the in the event, but like, oops, I really don't expect to find anything there. Whoops, init underscore event. All right, so we don't even play the sound anymore. We queue up. We reset the dictionaries. We set the Boolean values appropriately. If it so this is not evaluating because this only evaluates when I um, uh, um, no, like you can pretend that like using like IK for the animation is like just gonna be magically fine, but like let's look at the actual art in the game. The Mystic, like the Mystic wears a kilt, so I'm not saying that like I'm not saying that it'd be impossible to use like you know a rigged like 2D animation system. I'm just saying like don't pretend like that's magically great. Just don't. Don't do it. Don't fall for that trap. Um, uh, so, uh, yeah, so this part doesn't actually evaluate. This, I can't imagine why this would be difficult. I mean, I guess it could be if Tkinter is like a horrible, horrible thing. This is Tkinter, so I don't know. I don't tend to trust Tkinter very far, so like if this is a problem, like that would be horrendous. I would be like aghast. You know what I should do is I should just put like I should just like sprinkle some like information in here to see like sprinkle a few prints. So like print begin init event and then uh, oops, no, that's a different init. That's not the same. That's not the same thing. And so then so print conclude init. Oops, this should be in quotes. Event in quotes. Uh, just single quotes. There we go. And then I mean, I guess if I wow, yeah, this is this is really brief. There's not a lot that happens in here. Um, well, here's a loop. I can't imagine why it would be a very long loop, but for I and li enumerate action keys. So yeah, so what, like, if there are any suspects here, what would they be? All right, I'm just gonna hold this like uh, print begin or print no middle init event. All right, so I'm mostly just curious to see what like what at what part of this process we we encounter this lock. Because it might be like before or after this process altogether. And so in case I'm not paying attention when it happens, oh, I should stop the script because I'm going to restart the script soon. So it's not like during an animation or anything, is it? Or it's not during an event. All right, I'm gonna. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. We're not in the middle of a quest chain either. All right. Sorry. So I'm stop the script. I'll bring it back in a second. Yeah, and the other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna yeah, in general, I'm just gonna keep track of like when those lapses are happening. I'm just gonna so when we animate the art, so in the anim process, what we do now is we schedule the next event to happen, blah blah blah, whenever. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna say if what is it? If do now plus anim cooldown. If do now index 0 plus anim cooldown is less than frame time. This is the situation wherein we hit one of those snags and now we're doing all those catch-up frames. Because those just happen rapid fire because the do now time is still in the past, and we just keep incrementing it. Eventually we do catch up, but yeah, in the meantime, so if do now plus anim cooldown is less than frame time, print so I'll just like make this nice and noticeable. Delayed frame, and then we'll print the do now time and the frame time. So do now index 0, comma frame time. Okay, yeah. So now when I restart the script, when not even just at initializing event, but anytime we miss one of those, anytime the script like lags enough that we miss a frame, we'll now get one of these delayed frame prints, and we can kind of just like use context clues to try and figure out like what was happening at that time. And so, for example, like those so like if we get those delayed frame prints before begin an event prints out, then we'll know that it wasn't actually part of this at all. It was actually happening like either coincidentally before the event was happening, or as part of whatever leads into an event, which is also very light. I'd be really surprised if it happens before. But yeah, so then we'll also, I mean, yeah, I guess. Well, I'll just whatever. I'll just put, because prints are cheap, so I'll just put in more prints. So like I'll call this like quarter init event, and I'll just call this print like 3/4 init event. And so yeah, so whichever wherever those delayed frame things occur, so like if we get like begin, quarter, middle, 3/4, and then we get the delayed frames and then we get conclude init event, then we'll know that it's the business in here that's causing the problem. So yeah, that'll just help us narrow it down. And I'll be surprised whatever the answer is, honestly. Like, there's not an answer that I'm expecting, right? If they all happen after conclude init event, like that'll be weird too, right? I don't know. And then I don't know. The print about the delayed frames is a good one, because now I mean that's something I should be keeping note of, and eliminating. Like if there are other scenarios wherein that's happening, I should be cognizant of them. I'm not always watching the graphics of the game. In fact, I'm actually rarely watching the graphics of the game. So yeah, that'll help. Uh, all right, so uh, I'll restart the game in just a minute, and so I'm not going to call this one done. Oh yeah, fix up the event submission form. It's actually not even the event submission form that I feel like changing right now. Although I could, there's stuff that I want to do to it. The thing that I actually want to do is to just quickly fix the how to lead doc, because right now, if someone asked me about the how to lead doc, I'd feel bad showing it to them. It's just not in good shape. So, um, uh, uh, basically, I'm going to take all of this stuff and actually just all of this stuff and move it into like an advanced section. So there's going to be like the basics, and then there's going to be a separate section at the end for like advanced maneuvers or whatever. So let's get rid of that. And the same thing with all the descriptions and explanations and stuff. So yeah, let's go down to the bottom, and so like advanced techniques. um, or yeah, so advanced commands or whatever. Doop-a-doop. So put these back in. How are we formatting this stuff? This was like, it's formatted as like just size 18 text. So just put this up to size 18 text, I think. Yep. And then what were the? So I think these are also size 18 text, just not all caps. I might as well set up the cheat sheet. Kind of the same. Oh yeah. Yeah, whatever. Right. So advanced commands. I'll just leave it like that, and then okay. So yeah. So the advanced dice rolling. So I'll keep stop being a leader, but then all of this stuff is going to move into the move somewhere else. So yeah, how to roll dice. I'm gonna oh, I might want to leave in teleporting. I might want to keep. I might want to keep teleporting. As part of the basic commands? Yeah, I'll keep teleporting as part of the basic commands. Yeah. Okay. So I should put those back up the other place, and then advanced commands, advanced how to is that how I'd set it up previously? The how-to section? How to, yeah. Alright, so stick this stuff here. I just scrolled past the blah blah whatever. Bump this back up to 18, or up to 18. And oh yeah, I was gonna put hither back up with the other commands. Cause like, I don't know, just traversing. Oh, actually, yeah. So teleporting, I'll put as like one of the basic commands. And hither. So teleporting is one of the basic commands, and I'm thinking of possibly adding in a command like so I added on my secret control panel. I added myself a command for testing purposes mostly, but also I guess for GMing purposes. A command wander, where you don't teleport just immediately from. Oh, the script's still down. I can bring the script back in just a second. you don't teleport immediately from one location to another. If you do wander and if you use a valid transition, the name of a valid transition, like the name of another environment that you can validly transition to, it'll do the natural transition. So I might put that in as an advanced command. The reason that's an advanced command is because to teleport, you just need to know the name of the environment. To wander, you need to know which environments represent valid transitions and which ones don't. Otherwise, the command just doesn't do anything. Uh, Although, actually, yeah. I was thinking like, well, I can make it so that the command does the natural transition unless the natural transition doesn't exist, and then it does the automatic transition. That wouldn't necessarily replace the teleport command because there are some times that you literally just want to teleport as a GM. Like there's literally times where it's just like, no, you want to be here now. Like for example, when you become GM, like if when you become GM, like maybe you, I don't know. I just feel like that. I feel like it's helpful. Uh, so uh, I might I might keep the page break here, just because the first sheet. Oh, actually no. This how to begin an event. Uh, that fits cleanly on this first page. So all right, this is fine. Uh, and then oh yeah, some of the stuff I like cheated. Well, actually, yeah, a lot of the stuff is actually fitting cleanly on page breaks. I just didn't want the sections to be broken between pages. I don't know why I actually have to have pages on this at all, but whatever. I guess I tend to. Oh no, I was gonna say I guess I tend to put a big line break or multiple line breaks between these things, but no, I just made this line break actually accidentally too wide. Um, so, oops. Yeah, I added like extra line breaks here and there just to get the page to break in like convenient ways. Like for example, I think I'll probably put that on the next page. Wow. Uh, uh, Shoot. It'd be nice if it fit on this page. But I guess that's not in the cards. Do I have an extra line break in here somewhere? No. Whatever, I'll just push it down to the next one. I could just move this whole thing. I could just move the whole, yeah, this, alright, well, I was lucky up until this point, because this part is line breaking just, like, really awkwardly. Like, the whole, I don't know, whatever. Oh, well, for one thing, I didn't change the, the name of these, so this is supposed to be, random x, random x, and, this is supposed to be, vote, and, vote x, and this is supposed to be balance and balance. Oh yeah, no, I remember what I wanted to do to the. I remember what I wanted to do with the how to submit an event sheet is I want to put samples online, like sample quests, so that on the form where you have to choose the event type, like you can click through to see. Oh, we can start the script. That one that I could have done. Okay. Yeah, I want it so that on the submission form you can see what the you can see what other events have been written in that event type, and so hopefully that'll make it a little more clear along with the rest of the information as to like what type of event, like specifically what works for that event type. So yeah. Uh, oh, okay, wait. Oh, sorry. Oh, I did not. I was not paying attention to the thing that you posted earlier. Lauren, what is this? Oh, wait. I was like, wait, what is that going on with that URL? And it put an emo. It, it put, was this supposed to? It probably wasn't supposed to put an emoticon in the middle of that URL, right? It was supposed to be like natomono.onyx.net, I assume. Because I saw it as pixel.natomon, and then like a surprised face, a surprised emoticon face. And then, yeah, okay. So the O.O emoticon face. I'm assuming that's what it was trying to be, right? Uh, oh, whoa. What is happening here? Alright. I don't understand what's happening. Oh, am I supposed to use like the arrow keys or something? What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, here we go. I feel like my animation system is better than this animation system. Because this, I'm not seeing any animation here, is what leads me to believe that. Maybe it's just not working on my screen or something. At least mine has 2 frames of animation. I mean, I guess this one kind of has 2 frames of animation if you consider that you can move in either direction. But um, so I don't know. I honestly don't care about the animation. I like the animation how it is. So like people can keep complaining about how there's only 2 frames of animation, but no one's given me like a good reason to do it. So I don't expect to find a good reason to do it. Oh yeah, let me test it. I should. I mean, not test, but like I'm gonna try incurring that print that I mentioned. So because I'm dragging this around, the image is freezing, and so when I let go, I should see, yep, delayed frame. Yeah, look at all that good stuff. All right. And it prints out a bunch of them, so I'll get a sense of like how long it got delayed by. Oh. um, oh. uh, Sorry, yeah. I had no clue what that link was. I was like, I will go to this thing. And then I got amused by the fact that there's the emoticon plugged in the middle of it. But, so, oh, are event timers reset when I stop the script, or do they keep going? It's, the event time doesn't get saved, so, oh yeah, the script was off for a while, so here, I'll just, there you go. How's that? I usually try, yeah, I think like when the script starts, it sets the next event for a time not equal to the full duration that it usually waits between events. It's like it doesn't happen immediately, of course, as you've noticed, but unless I hit the away mode button. But yeah, it doesn't wait the full duration either. So I tried to hit somewhere in the middle so that because I knew I would be restarting occasionally, it hopefully would have as little impact as possible. But uh, so, all right. So I think this document is looking better now. Oh, I'll line break here, or I'll page break here. Cool. Yeah. Is this correct? I mean, I guess so. Usually there's the description, then there's the examples, and then there's more description afterward. But I guess that's fine. Yeah. I mean, honestly, all the stuff that I just put into the advanced section, like, I kind of just want to get rid of. like, it's all the stuff that no one is actually ever gonna do. Oh yeah, that's the other thing is, I wanted to make the how to roll dice simpler. Uh, so yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about the other. Well, I mean, actually, maybe it's okay to. No, this is confusing. The 10/2d8, like that's advanced. Okay, so I'll use this description for the advanced how to roll dice. Oh, and so I guess I'll actually line break here instead. And does this all fit? All right, the rest of that fits. Okay. And yeah, so for the original roll dice section, oh yeah, I'm gonna be making that shorter, I guess. So you can Add a dice roll to whatever you say in chat, not including other commands, by specifying number of dice at the end. Specifying a number at the end of the the end of the line enclosed in square braces. The total number cannot exceed 100. The number cannot exceed 100. Yeah, and then I won't even bother mentioning the optional minimum value. And then right, I only gave like advanced examples. So like you, yeah. So yeah, sure. So you attempt to cross the river, 18. How probable? 10 out of 18, how probable? Oh yeah, and so there are no like success or tragedy tags here. It just says, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna use the same ones as before. And I guess I actually don't need. Well, no, I will still use 3 examples because there's the one that turns out. Oh, okay. Except this should be 16, not 2D, whatever. I will use 3 examples because. And actually, this one can be simpler. It'll just be like out of 8, not out of 18. So it'll be 5 out of 8 as the outcome. Because this is supposed to be like simple at first. So yeah. So Trusty Bard will give an indication of the outcome relative to the maximum possible. We don't need to know about that. He'll just give an indication of the outcome, followed by the exact numbers. For example, how probable. Yeah, right, there we go. The simpler. It's all you really need to know to roll dice. Like rolling dice, like I'd almost put that as like an advanced feature, except that I think like anyone who's coming to this game after being like a GM in like another tabletop role-playing game will kind of expect dice rolling. So it's not a core feature, but I think it's, to some people, it'll be a very familiar feature and one that they'll appreciate, I think, or just feel comfortable with, right? There's a lot of storytelling that I think if you're the GM of a tabletop RPG or a tabletop game of that nature, then I think it's just very natural to want to roll dice. And so why not? Why not give it to him? So so apart from that one time that I incurred the delayed frames intentionally, yeah. Oh, yeah. It looks like it happens right before the begin event thing, but it was actually just because there weren't any other things that happened in between. Unless maybe we're looking at this the wrong way. Maybe it's not that the game is freezing right before an event. Maybe causing the game to freeze makes an event happen. Here, I'm going to shake the game. I don't have to be shaking it. I just have to be holding it. I'm going to cause it to freeze, and then I'll let go, and maybe an event will happen immediately. Nope. It's not that. But we did get a bunch more delayed frame prints, so we did get a whole bunch more of those. All right. I can also get delayed frames like occasionally just by moving the window around. Like if I grab the window at the exact wrong time, then sometimes that could cause a delayed frame. But yeah, for the most part, that'll be helpful. And it'll probably, like most of the time, unless I'm dragging the window around, it'll probably represent meaningful information or whatever. Sorry, this is catching up on chat. Okay, cool. So that's good. Yeah. Okay. So then so for the submit an event for side quest form, what I want to do here is oh yeah, I mean I kind of want to put the URLs in. Yeah, whatever. I'll just do it. I'll put the URLs. like I want to put like examples for each of the event types, like an example for vote X, or for vote X, for balance X, etc., etc. So yeah, I guess that's fine. I'll just start putting these together. They're just gonna be simple text documents, and the reason I hadn't done this before is because I I wanted to set up my new website first, so I have now done that. Um, so uh, yeah, let's all right. So let's go to our site, or our local files for the site. Oops, not test. Projects, site, side quest. I'll just make a new folder for events. Um, so it'll be, yeah, so new text document, vote.txt, copy, paste, 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 paste. So vote, vote X, balance, balance X, random, and random X. I mean, I guess like I kind of actually want to show this basically, the event type descriptions. Maybe I should just use maybe I should, maybe I should just use this this event type descriptions thing, because I mean I already wrote it, and I like it's basically the same thing. Um, it's because it's basically the same information that I'm trying to convey. So actually, maybe that's easier. Huh. So I guess I didn't really need a separate website at all. I'll just make a new I'll just make a new create what is it, a document, and then just copy copy this stuff over. Um, Copy, uh, paste this. Doop doop. I can format it so that it lines up better. So like I can actually capitalize these. Random, random X. I mean, I don't want to diverge the formatting too much in case I ever come back and update one of these or both of these. Because if I update one of these, I'll probably want to come back and update both of these. So, doop doop. All right. Yeah. So. Oh, leader-driven type doesn't really. Well, that's fine, I guess. Oh yeah, that's fine. Sure. Actually, I'm gonna just reread this to make sure I'm okay with like what it says. The outcomes of fate-driven event type are left to chance. I typically use these event types when either A, the outcome is unpredictable, or B, the outcome isn't the important part of the event. AKA random, AKA type 0. Oh, I don't have to put in this type 0. Well, actually no, I guess that's as helpful. The reason I mentioned the AKA type 0 is for the people who have heard me talk about the game. Oh, that's the other thing, is that I should put these in the correct order. Or like I should put these in the same order. Because on the form they're presented vote, followed by balance, followed by random. So, yeah. Hey, look at that. Look how cleanly it formats some pages. Alright, so the outcome of adventure-driven event types are determined by the players. These events allow the most direct player agency over the course of the story. Allow players the most direct agency. Allow players the most direct agency over the course of the story. I use these events to let players choose how to proceed, and I will update that in both the documents. uh, uh, Not that that really matters. These events allow players the most direct agency over the course of the story. I use this to, vote, aka type 2, example, hark, you uncover a doomsday device activated and readying to detonate. You can carefully hack at the power source, alert nearby townsfolk, and roll the mechanism down an abandoned mine shaft. I should probably not include the multi-tag. The event does have the multi-tag, but like I won't focus on that. So this event is type whoops. Is type vote because players can choose. Oh yeah, I should be updating this. Is type vote, and I'll put that in like quotes, just so it's a little clearer what that is. I guess technically I don't need this written here because that's actually going to be the title of the document. Event type descriptions. Yep. I can put in an extra line break or two. Okay, so this is type vote because players can choose how to deal with an imminent problem. Players who work together to accomplish a goal are rewarded with success. Although any of these options could solve the problem at hand, the one with the most person power will save the day. If players are unable to agree, they might fail together. They might all fail together. Vote X, aka type 3. Example, hark. The clouds explode with torrential rainfall and thunder. Will you build a tent or search for shelter? This event is type popular, or type, yep. Vote X, because each option will blah blah blah. Is type vote. Oops, yeah, vote X. I have to replace them in all of these cases, right? Because I always start with like this event is type, yeah. This event is type random. This event is type random X. This event is type balance. This event is type balance X. Alright. Yep. Kind of important. Because each option will work better the more players who contribute. Players can succeed in smaller groups, although the best outcome still occurs when everyone works together towards the same goal. Leader-driven types. The outcomes of leader-driven event types are secondary to the challenge presented by the event. The consequences of these events generally depend on how successfully the event concludes, a few other factors at play. I use these events to test the group coordination in achieving complex goals, or to maintain interactivity in an otherwise linear part of the story. That doesn't make as much sense for the people who are writing these events. Not as GM. So I'm going to leave out that part. Balance, aka type 4. Example, hark, goblin arsonists have pillaged a village. Will you chase the scoundrels or douse the fires? This event is type balance, because the goblins and the fires both pose a threat. To fully meet this challenge, the players must address both issues. If the entire group manages to divide and conquer, the event succeeds and all players reap the rewards. If the group neglects part of the problem, no one will benefit. Balance X, aka type 5. Example, hark. You stumble into a hall of treasures. Will you peruse a coffer or examine an ancient relic? This event is type short because each of the options are definitely limited. If all players choose the same option, e.g. the coffers, there will be less to go around, unlike... Oops. I was like, my face was moving and like I was making noises, but I was actually not reading. Like my brain wasn't reading. Like only my face was reading that. This event is type balance X because each of the options are definitely limited. If all players choose the same option, e.g. the coffers, there will be less to go around. Unlike a, wait, what's even? Unlike balance, unlike balance type events. So I should update over here as well. Unlike balance type events, yeah. Um, if one or few players choose the less common action, those players can succeed independent of the rest. I'll just say succeed independently. Yeah. Okay. So finally, fate-driven types. The outcomes of fate-driven event types are left to chance. I typically use these event types when either A, the outcome is predictable, or B, the outcome isn't the important part of the event. Yeah. So, aka type 0, example, hark, the queen has hints of a disturbing plot against the court. Will you accuse the war chief, the cleric, or the jester? This event is type random because only one of the available options will prove correct. The others will lead nowhere. At the end of the event, we discover who commit the offense. Oh yeah, so this is a... Oh. I was going to say... so at the end of this, we discover who commit the event. I'll say subsequently. Provide details to the player about the nature of the crime. The story could then... Oh yeah, so I won't talk about what the story could then do, but, oh wow, that's funny. I, I totally, I wrote this a long time ago. I wrote this doc a long time ago, but then when I added the branching event system, I totally did exactly what I said I might do one day with that story. That's funny. Okay. Example, or random X, aka type 1, example, hark, a riot breaks out in the middle of town square. Will you shout for justice, subdue the rabble-rousers, or cower in fear? Yeah. This event is type random X. Because the outcome is unpredictable, but multiple outcomes can succeed or not. That should be in like parentheses or something. Independent of one another. Shouting and subduing could both prove perfectly helpful, both could prove ineffective, or could both... Huh. That's a really awkward sentence. Shouting and subduing could both prove perfectly helpful, could both prove ineffective, or could each work in varying degrees. I guess it's fine. Not my favorite sentence I've ever written, but whatever. Alright, so share... no, shareable link, yeah. No, don't give me a huge, ugly link. Give me a short link. Don't give me a weird, ugly... Ah, you jerk. You jerk. Whatever. Alright, so, right, so this was supposed to be for, how outcomes are decided, for, detailed, descriptions of the event, types, read here. In this big, ugly link. This big, ugly link. Alright. Oh, that's horrible. That is awful. I mean, it works, but it's awful. So bad. Alright. Um, really? Really, Google? You can't just give me a nice link? I mean, I knew it was going to be a bad link. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I think it was going to be like, because like, I don't know. I knew it wasn't going to give me like a nice, pretty link, but all right. um, so, how do I like HTML redirect? Redirect from an HTML page. Because I'm just gonna make a URL on my website, I guess. I feel like. Uh, Place it in the head section. All right, I'll try it. Okay. So, or actually, wait. Hold on, what is this? So HTTP equiv. Oh, they don't like using meta refresh. So it's recommended to use server redirect instead. Uh, yeah, maybe I just won't care for now. I'll just leave that big ugly link in there. Uh, it says docs.google, so whoever is looking at it probably, whatever, they can deal with it. They can deal with it. Um, did we get more? Did we get more responses? Oh, there's at least one response that I haven't processed yet. Or there's two. Wait, did I do Marty's yet? No, I did Marty's, yeah. But there's no one from Masato. Uh, so, oh, I still haven't talked to Core. I'll do this one real quick. And then, yeah, actually, a, uh, I don't have like a huge investment in like what I actually do after this. So like I think I either want to make I either want to write more events or possibly make more environment art. So if people have preferences about what they want to see today, I might be able to accommodate. All right, so I'm gonna do this real quick in the meantime. Uh, Notepad. So it's event type. Vote X is event type 3. This is Asato's. Event type 3. Wild Tribe is the name of this one. Outcomes, not multi. Not multi. Copy. Oh yeah, so I don't think there are any. I don't think there are any fake options. Doesn't look like there are any additional notes. So doop doop. So yeah, that's good. And all right, so yeah, let's transpose this real quick. So new, hey, tree climbing. All right, so event type 3, not multi. I'm gonna say mountains, although I actually haven't read it yet, so I'll probably want to change that later. So let's transcribe this real quick. You fall into captivity. Oh yeah, of a wild tribe enslaved by a group of shamans. Will you rally the people to overthrow? Oh, actually, I think there is a fake option because I don't think cowering. Oh wait, no, cowering is a real option. That was delightful. Uh, will you rally the people to overthrow uh, the shamans? Take out the shamans quietly, uh, or cower in fear. The people rise up against the shamans and will, forever be thankful, to you. With the shamans fallen, the people of the tribe are free at last. Your cowering has brought tears to the leaders' eyes, and they let you free. All right. Journey events. Asado Wild Tribe. Wild Tribe. Yeah, I spelled correctly. Sorry, that part is just really small on my screen. So, and yeah, I think mountains is a fine context for that. I mean, there are a lot that could work, but I think mountains. Last I checked, it was pretty low. So, an event type counts. Mountains 12. All right. So yeah. Oh, snow. Actually, I'm gonna put it in the snow instead, because the snow is the lowest actually. And that one, there's nothing about that one that couldn't fit in the snow. Right, you fall into the captivity of a wild tribe enslaved by a group of shamans. Will you rally the people to overthrow the shamans, take out the shamans quietly? Character. Yeah, no reason that can't take place in the snow. Yeah, cool. Alright. Oh, you know what else I should do? I should put in like an alert that happens when the environment jump cuts, because that's another one of those things that I don't I'm not always watching for it, but when it happens, I'm pretty keenly interested in noting its occurrence. Hey, the average PSV is down to 5. It's the first time I've seen it in single digits in a long time. I mean, it's basically just based on who's here, but still. Still nice. Alright, so... So what? I might do environment art, just because I haven't done it in a very long time. And I don't know if I want to do another full environment though right now. I mean, I know the village is going to be something that I'll want to do at some point. I mean, I could do the village right now. I could just do the village right now and not do it quite as deluxe as it could be at some point in the future. And then at some point, if I felt like it down the line, I could make it a little more interesting, or like a little, like do, yeah. Like I was thinking, well, maybe I don't need to. Maybe I don't actually need to make it special. Maybe I'll just make the, yeah. Maybe I'll just make the village like not. No, it's probably gonna seem a little weird if you go to this village and everyone is like standing still. Everyone is standing like perfectly still. I feel like that's gonna be a little weird. Like I feel like it's not usual for people to just be like, for an entire town to just be completely motionless. Especially because you're gonna be passing a lot of people, right? Because you're gonna be walking through town It's a really big village. Maybe you're walking in circles around the village. That would make sense considering the background is technically looping. But hey, Gareth Boo, how's it going? Welcome. Um, yeah, so all right. So my options are I could. Okay, so one thing I could do is I could have it so that here yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna work on art stuff. So I'm gonna get out my tablet real quick. I'm just gonna slide everything around while I reposition and reorganize. All right, I think fix my green screen. What's wrong with my green screen? Seems okay. Okay. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So one thing I could do is I could yeah. So the problem like with adding people into the background is that I don't oh like my shadows you mean? Eh. I actually just have a purple shadow. um, yeah, so one thing I could do is there's like okay, so the background can move, but so far like there's been no reason to there's been no reason to did we get any I didn't see the animation freezing. Did we get any dropped? Yeah, I don't know. I whatever was causing those the delayed frames, like it's clearly not consistent. Like it's certainly not happening all the time. So I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Uh, yeah. So the backgrounds can move. They can't. So actually, here I'll just. So file or image canvas size 1920 by 150 are the dimensions of these images. So long, so wide. Um, yeah, so there's not multiple frames of animation. So in order to have people in the village walking, actually like with leg animations and stuff. Uh, the sorry, I would need to add in tech in order to actually see the leg animations. The alternative is that I could have I could just make it so that you can't see their legs. But like, what would that look like? Like, I mean, like one thing I could put is like I can make it like really busy so that they're like carts and like like you're walking through like a busy part of town. So like there's like those little like carts that like they have like little fruits and stuff for sale, and like maybe there's someone like standing next to the stand. But like I don't know, there's gonna be gaps. Like I can't like unless it's literally like wall to wall unless it's like literally like wall to wall of these little like stands or whatever, like you're gonna see go yeah, so then I was thinking like right, you can see through these and like maybe there are people in the background and like these people are like actually animating, these people are like moving around. But like unless I literally like unless I literally completely cover up this the whole strip, but like from one edge to the other, like 100% completely full of these like little carts or like other obstacles or whatever, then I'm gonna have to show their feet. So maybe that's not so bad. Maybe I should just add in like I'll add in. It's one of those things that I was thinking I might do at some point. So maybe I'll just maybe I just will. Maybe I'll just go in, and it's not gonna be hugely. It's not gonna be like a crazy feat. Oh, I mean, it is a little weird. It has like some implications on like how I'm keeping that data, which again, it's not that bad. It's just a little weird. Uh, so I guess that would probably be my plan. I'd probably just plan to add in multiple frames of animation. Um, So another funny thing is like what like how do like what so I could just make a bunch of new character art. Although my one of my inclinations is actually to reuse some of the character art that we already have, especially if we want to be making a bunch of people. uh I'll probably like, I don't know, maybe there's just a bunch of adventurers that also happen to come to this area. Oh wait, what if I did it? Oh no, I shouldn't do this. I was thinking like, what if I did it programmatically? Like, what if I made it so that what if I made it so that like it was literally the adventuring party like walking in the other direction through the village, like so it looked literally like people were like walking around the marketplace. Oh, that'd be so weird. If it felt like doing that, then I could put if I hypothetically, if I don't think I'm going to do this necessarily, but hypothetically, if I did that, I could also make it so that the village doesn't like continuously scroll. I can make it so that once you get to the village, you actually stop moving. Like the environment actually stops scrolling. You just get into the village, it stops scrolling, and then you just keep walking around the village. There's something kind of nice about that because then you're not in this like infinite village. It Because like the forest is supposed to feel big, the mountains are supposed to feel big, like everything's supposed to feel big. What is this game going to be about? Same stuff it's about now. Uh, which is to say, it's like, well, so I've been calling it like a tabletop MMO because it plays kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, but through like all right, um, the yeah, so the other environments in this game, they're supposed to feel really big, and it's supposed to feel like you're moving through them, for a long period of time, hypothetically. But then, like, the village, like, what if it was just really small? Uh, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. I feel like I shouldn't. Oh, wait, I don't know if I can really have people walking in the other direction, because I'd have to, like, flip literally all of the character art images. And there are a lot of character art images. I wonder if there's a, I wonder if there's some way for, well, for one thing, this is a lot of tech. Like, if I'm trying to avoid adding in tech, like, this is definitely something I should avoid, because this is going to imply a lot of tech. But, I wonder if Pygame has a way to flip images. It's a weird idea, but it's a weird idea that I kind of like, so I don't know. Might as well check it out. Uh, so, yeah. So, I don't know why I keep looking up Sprite in Pygame. I assumed I was going to be using sprites at first, but I'm actually using just, like, surfaces, I guess. Surfaces. Huh. I mean, there's probably a way I can do it manually, or like not manually, but there's probably a way I can do it like programmatically, just with the tools that Pygame provides. I'll see the internet. Pygame flip image transform. Oh, hey, look at that. Huh. Am I really gonna do this though? It would be funny to me. I would find this amusing. I'd find this entertaining. I don't know if that's enough of a reason to do it though. Um, I mean, you lose a little bit, right? Because you don't get the parallaxing effect if everything's staying still. Although the parallax effect is pretty subtle, so maybe you don't lose that much. All right, well, I all right. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with the village. I don't know that I'm necessarily gonna do the village, but I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do it in just a moment. I apologize. I'm gonna step away from the computer for like 2 minutes, but I'll be right back, and then we'll get started with that stuff. So I'll switch over to Facecam for no particular reason, and sorry, I'll be right back. I'll put the game in away mode while I'm gone, so you guys can have something to do while I'm away. Be right back. Hey, sorry about that. All right. So, let's see. Huh. Oh, is it weird that the game didn't jump cut? I just noticed that, like the event, the the previous event was this storm, which I'm pretty sure happens at the river. I guess maybe we were far enough through the transition that it didn't do the jump cut, but I don't know. It's a little surprising, I guess. All right, I'll. I don't know what to think about that. Okay, so did we get any delayed frames or anything? Nope, not yet. All right. Um. uh. So sorry, it's just Like we're not getting any useful data, but it keeps doing the begin quarter, middle, three quarters, conclude thing. Yeah, whatever. Um, so let's do what? Uh, oh man, am I really thinking of this? Okay, so maybe I won't do the. Maybe I won't have the adventurers walking back in the other direction. Maybe for starters, I'll just imply that the adventurers are walking back in the other direction, because the other big change here is that I'll be tinkering with the speed of the of the background. I'll be tinkering with how fast it scrolls, which is just weird. I've never done that before, so I'm just trying to think of like how I would even go about doing that. I think I think like the excuse me the easiest way would be literally to set the village environment to have this is so weird. I'm not going to be looking at this messy image right now. The quickest way would be to set the speed of the village to 0, which I think would work for starters. But then, I mean, the idea for the transition out of the village, I think, would also be to have would also would also involve I guess like in order to handle that, I think I'd have to like temporarily set them back to like higher speed values, and then when the transition is done, set them back again, or like I don't know. I guess that could be okay. Um, yeah, that could be okay. Just I could basically just like reload that data, I guess. Like when we're doing the thing about because we already have like the load transitions or whatever. Oh no, we couldn't just do it on load transitions because we'd need to do it while teleporting too. I might want to hold off on this. What I could do is I could just make the village and then worry about all of this stuff later if I felt like doing it later. Of course, if I made the village like that, then it would be the village with all the people not moving about. Uh, Maybe I just won't do the village right now. I keep thinking of the village because so many events would make more sense to occur in the village. So like just because was it yesterday we were like going through and putting the events in their respective environments. It's like fresh on my mind that like that would make sense. A building interior would make sense, and a pirate ship are the things that I want most. Uh, um, so I could do the other ones. I could do the pirate ship and I could do the pirate ship and the what was the other one? Oh, the building interior. I mean, yeah, no, that's fine. Uh, if I do the pirate ship, I'll probably end up making a bunch of pirate themed quests. I feel like I should, right, in that case. Um, because like, why have a pirate ship and then not use it? Um, but uh, huh. All right. So what? Yeah. What if these things are the highest priority? I'll put them all in the backlog, I guess, because they all seem important. So yeah, it's definitely not the desert. So village. I mean, it could be the desert hypothetically, but so there's the village. There's the pirate ship. Uh, there's the like castle interior. Uh, so the other interesting thing about the pirate ship and the castle interior is that those there wouldn't be transitions to get, like, there's not a transition to get into the pirate ship. There's not a transition to get into the castle. Actually, I could do a transition for the castle interior. It would be a lot like the cave, um, in that, like, you'd be walking along and then you would enter into this interior space. Yeah, no, I could do that one. That one wouldn't be too hard actually, but uh, the pirate ship, I can't for the life of me consider how that transition would work. So I think like the idea there is that you would just basically teleport. Like it would be a jump cut. And so while like jump cuts work well enough in the game, like you can teleport from place to place, and that could work. There's nothing in the game, like nothing in the automated systems that would cause a jump cut to happen. So, um, I mean that wouldn't be too hard to set up. I think I'd just need to, yeah, kind of like I was saying earlier, like in the case where, like with GM commands, like I could put in a GM command where like you transition to an environment unless the transition doesn't exist, in which case you just teleport. I could use like that sort of logic for the automated system. Um, I mean, I could do that now even for the environments that we have, but I don't know. Uh, all right. I'm in a really weird mood right now because people were being such downers in chat earlier. It's like I woke up this morning. I was like really excited to go, and now then everyone just like showed up and was like, I was like, it's just weird because now as much as I feel like enthusiastic about what I'm doing, like it's, I don't know. I didn't need that. I certainly didn't need it. It certainly didn't help. Um, uh, but I should start on one of these things because I don't know. I mean, like I'll want all of them eventually. So the village, the village. I should probably just do the village normally. Like I should add in the extra frame of animation so that I can have people milling about in the background. Uh, what does the village look like? Is that going to be the village? Is it going to be like the near ground layer is like those carts with like the stands with the the people selling like fruits and stuff like that, and then the mid near ground layer is the layer where the people are walking past, and then what is the mid ground layer and what is the background layer? The mid ground layer, I guess, is then the buildings, and then the background layer, I guess, is probably like further buildings that are further away that you see like between the cracks of the buildings, I guess. Uh, and then the near ground layer, like the very foremost layer, I don't know. It would probably be stuff like maybe like more maybe some of those carts, but on like the front plane, like some of those carts on the other side of the street, or like I don't know, just like general stuff that you would find on the side of the street. I don't know, like fence posts. I don't know. That one I don't have like a major idea for it, but I think the rest of it would probably work out. So it's probably enough to go on. Where did I put my stats? Oh, here it is. So yeah, so I should do the village. I can see how the village looks being like completely motionless, because maybe the village will look fine completely motionless. Oh, maybe I want to do the gifs, like the environment gifs. Do I have that still in here? I was thinking of Well, yeah, I mean, I was thinking of kind of doing something similar to what I'd just been talking about. Anyways, yeah. Actually, so maybe I should just do that. Yeah, the environment gifts. I was thinking of instead of having like the entire environment, like the entire like image representing the whole view of the environment, having that like whole thing animate, just having like small sections of it animate, which I guess I could kind of. Huh. Usually. I guess I could kind of do that with the like if I did that, then I could use that for the people in the town because like they don't have to, like it's not I don't want it to be like crowded necessarily. I just want there to be some people, and so like I don't know, maybe there are only like like 5 people that just like walk through town, but there'll that's enough just so that the town's not completely empty. Um, oh, that's funny. Yeah, if there are only 5 people, then for some reason I was just thinking like, oh, the town is so big, there's gonna be like it's gonna take so long to do all that character art, but no, that's actually yeah, it's not gonna be like crowded actually, so that'd actually be that'd be pretty easy. All right, let's all right, so let's actually bust open the transition sheet because I want to figure out like what the what. Oh yeah, actually I guess that is a little important because uh, I did have particular ideas about how I wanted the transitions to go. So it could be that. So yeah, so desert. What I have written here. Can I? Yeah, actually, this. So the town works fine here too. The town can connect. Can go in this spot. We can just have. Instead of the desert, we can just we can have the river transition to the town, and then have the town transition to snow. That works fine. Uh, so or village or whatever you want to call it. uh, so village, village. Okay. Uh, are there any quest lines that would matter for? Because if there are quest lines where, I don't know, probably not super important. Uh, no, this is probably gonna be fine. Yeah. Also, back when I like the last time I worked on environment art, like I was psyched about adding in like this piece of the puzzle, because like, well, specifically this piece and this next piece, but this piece I think should be satisfactory because like right now the map is very forest heavy. Like you always go through the forest, no matter where you go, you eventually end up back at the forest, and then you go through the mountain again. So like this is like this like golden piece of the loop that never changes. So having the village will be nice because then you can like you won't just go to the forest like forever. You'll sometimes you'll go around the circle in this direction, and so I don't know. I think that'll be a little bit of a nice point of variety. Uh, yeah. And I guess actually, oh yeah, no, oh yeah, yeah. That was the thing that I was thinking about with the jump cuts, like the pirate ship. Um, the way I have it written now, like there's an event that happens at the river where you can find a pirate ship, and if you fix it up, then that would hypothetically be one situation where you get to the pirate ship. But there's, I mean, hypothetically, like I could do that like basically anywhere. So like, and then I guess like I'd probably kind of want like the pirate ship to I'd probably want like events on the pirate ship to like plop you like various different places in the world because that's another way that like your course throughout the world isn't as predictable. It's a little you hop a ship and then you can go anywhere. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself though. So uh doop-a-doop. So let's get started on the village. Yeah. Unless there are any objections, I'm going to probably start on the village. So yeah. Uh, All right, yeah, I kind of did have the file open a little bit already. So yeah, sort of. All right, so of course there are layers. There are always layers. There's the background. There's the midground. There's the near ground. There's the foreground. And in this case, there's also the near foreground. Or no, actually, I'm not even doing the near foreground first. I'm just doing it plainly. Is there anything that's oh? Although when I'm doing the near foreground, there are some stuff that I have to think about actually because the so the way the layer works, the way the special environment type works with the near foreground layer, like the river for example, is that there's like an anchor point because like you have to resolve that layer somehow. Like the people who are just walking through the streets, like where do they go? They can't just like disappear somewhere. So I think I'll have to set it up so that in the transition slide, there's like a building that they can like go behind or like into. Like there has to be like maybe I'll do like maybe I'll have like a building that's like it's like they're the people and they're like they're like whatever they're like walking in this direction and then maybe like there'll be like a building in the layer in front of it and then there'll be like I don't know just to indicate like so I mean basically they have to walk behind the building right and they just have to disappear and so like in order for that to make sense I think I'll just like put like one of those like signs right and it says like tavern or something like that um, or like it just indicates that like this is a place that you might want to go into because otherwise, yeah, there wouldn't really be an explanation. So that's like one of the things that I kind of want to think of in advance, so as not to have difficulty figuring it out later. Um, so apparently, there's a really popular tavern on the edge of town, I guess, and then likewise, there has to be like a really popular or like a really repulsive tavern on the other end of town, so, because there has to be a place that all these people are coming from. So like a place that all these people are pouring out of. Um, yeah. Uh, all right. So, man, it has been a while. It has been some time. Oh yeah, I tend to not just start with like blank files. So I'll actually, for context, I'm gonna actually start with like the river. I think so. C projects journey BGs river. So yeah, so oh yeah, I should open all of them, I guess. Uh, so for one thing, the path is so these environments are actually going to connect. So it wouldn't hurt to have oh wow. Oh yeah, this is going to be an example where two of the same special environment types actually like connect to each other because the uh, the river and the village are both supposed to use that same special layer type. So it's kind of interesting. Right in the background. All right, so yeah, so huh. It's been so long since I did one of these. All right, so the gist will basically be that so what is this so oh yes, this is the mid near ground or whatever or near mid ground. I forget what I call it, but yeah. So this layer is going to be the buildings. So I feel like that's an important one. So I'm inclined to start working on this layer. There's not really supposed to be like, well, I was gonna say there's not really supposed to be as much of a gap between like the. Oh whoa. Yeah, I guess that because of like the scrolling speed of the parallax frames, like I guess the buildings are actually pretty far back. if I do it like that, the buildings are pretty far away, so it's a pretty wide street, I guess. So like I guess you're like on one side of the street, and then the vendors, like their carts and stuff, are like on the they must be in the middle of the street, kind of. Or actually, I mean, I guess the other thing I could do is I could make it so that like you're on one side of the street, and then there are vendors between you and the buildings, and then there are maybe even more or sorry, from your perspective. So you're in the one side of the street, and then there are vendors behind you, I guess, and then there's the street, which is wide, and then there are more vendors on the other side of the street, and then so then I guess then the people who are walking would be in the middle of the street. I don't know. I can figure it out as I go. I kind of like that idea though. Uh, I can nah, I don't know. We'll see. It's basically just gonna be a big, maybe it's more like a big marketplace. It just has to be really open, I guess, is the idea. So, let's what's the color palette gonna be? I guess is not vital to know, but like I kind of want to think about that. So I'm just gonna quickly go to the my website, which is the easiest place to get to this image where I have like all the yeah. So I have like the yellowish. Is this all? Oh no, it doesn't represent the cave. I was like, wait, this is only four environments. But yeah, so the cave is like blue. The mountains are orange. The snow is like white. Uh, the river is like kind of yellowish. The forest is green, of course. So yeah, the cave is like purplish, bluish. I'll probably go like, I mean, a reddish tone might be nice. Like let's look at pictures of villages. Oops, not maps. We don't need to go to villages. Um, okay, yeah. So maybe like red roof something or other, because like uh, yeah, we don't have much of that. And plus, we're connecting from river to snow, so it would be nice to break up some of the greenery with something a little different. So like maybe like light gray. Oh, or brick. Right, brick is also red. So I could do like brick buildings, or what were the buildings like? Or just like, I don't know, was that like stone? I don't know what that is actually, with like red roofs or something. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of having like a reddish tinge to the. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Reddish tinge to the village. Oh, so maybe I'll do I was gonna say like brick walkways and red roofs. But I guess you don't really actually see that much of the ground, so. And plus, I really shouldn't be changing the ground color unnecessarily. To the extent that I don't have to change the ground color, I probably should not. Um, oh, this is going to be a really big village. Now that I think about it. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, no, it doesn't have to be a really big village. I mean, does this have to be a really big village in that you walk through it for like years? So maybe I should just embrace that and make it really big. But then the other thing that occurred to me is that on the background layer, I don't actually have to put more buildings. I could put just like scenery, and so like hypothetically you'd be like looking through all the way to the edge of town. But you do walk through it for like years, so maybe I should go with a bigger village. Uh, because if I did with a bigger village, it would make more sense to, or like a bigger, so like it'd be more like a city than a village. But a bigger city, like it'd make more sense to like be walking through it the whole time. Whereas with a smaller city, it might make more sense to like actually like stop, like I was talking about earlier. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do it anytime soon. But like the idea of like an environment where you arrive at and then you actually like stop while you're there. Um, uh, huh. All right. So, so yeah, probably. Huh. I don't know. I'll probably go for the lighter colored buildings with the red roofs. Not like, oh, this does connect to the snow, so it won't be too light. It'll be like cream colored, I guess, like creamy, nice creamy, creamy buildings. Um, so yeah. and then mostly like stone or brick uh, fixtures. Like not, I don't. Maybe like, or maybe like dirt paths or something. But I don't expect to have much like vegetation inside the village. So mostly buildings. I mean, I keep saying village, but I keep actually in my mind picturing something a little more urban. um, so yeah. Yeah, let's. So I should probably, yeah, like I said, I think I might start with the buildings first, because those, I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do them. I'll find out. So what if there was a city on the other side of this river? That's basically my first challenge. All right, so let's, like I said, I want a nice cream color to make the buildings. So wait, what layer am I on? Oh, I'm on the background layer. Midground layer. Oops. Undo. Alright. So, wait, I'm on the background layer again. Midground layer. Alright, yeah, so... their houses on the other side of the river, apparently. Doop doop. I don't necessarily want to go too tall, so yeah. Uh, so I don't know, basically just like I'm just trying to like make them not all the same height, kind of, and just have like, but like I don't know. I guess well so far I've been making it so that there's like some regularity to like the width of them. So I guess I don't really need to be doing that either. I should also I shouldn't just like continue with this because I should also be like proving like what is the definition here, like what are these shapes like. It's fine to like come up with a silhouette, but like I don't really expect to mess up on the silhouette. If anything, what I really need to capture is like the rendering of the shape itself. So let's see if we can't figure that out. So I'm going to use a slightly smaller brush to go in and like doop-a-doop. Expect to be shading them roughly as such. So there'll be like windows probably. Not like windows that you can see in, but like windows on the front of the building, doors. So I mean, I guess this will kind of be like. I was gonna say it'll be kind of like the it'll be kind of like the stones in like the cave, but unlike the stones in the cave, I think there'll be a little more regularity. Like I guess yeah. I mean, some can stick out from the others. Like some can be like further, like popped further out, and some can be like set a little bit further back. But I don't think it'll be quite so chaotic as as the as the cave rocks were. So. Yeah, like I said, I do want like the reddish roofs too, but yeah, I don't like. So I was just thinking, I don't know, maybe something like this. Uh, mhm. Oh, the doors and the windows. I'll have to. Oh yeah, I need the adventurer layer. File open. Oh, do I even have this anywhere? If I had it anywhere, it'd be the snow. I think probably never put together. Yeah, no, I went through and I deleted all the layered versions of my environments at one point because they were just crufty old versions that were causing more errors than good. Uh, the legacy of which was the mountain path that was the wrong color that we just updated the other day. Uh, Alright, no, so I'll just go to the logo, I guess, and take the adventures from the logo. Oh, I could update the logo at some point with the new adventure art that we have too. Oh, I don't need these open either. So, alright, so new layer. Just, I want to put the adventures in just for scale. What? Oh no, keep canvas size. And then slide it so they're at the very bottom. Yeah. might as well just line it up. It doesn't have to be exact, but yeah, it really doesn't have to be exact. Oh, that's fine. Well, they do have to sit on the right ground plane, though. It does have to be lined up to the very bottom, which it looks like it is. Yeah. All right. There we go. All right. Yeah. So now it's a little easier to tell, like how. So like those doors were too small, and in fact, I don't know. Well, I don't know. They're supposed to be on the other side of the river, so that actually might be an okay height for them. Yeah, that might be an okay height. Yeah. So then the other thing that was occurring to me is like for the mid near ground layer, for the character art that goes there, I think I actually want to scale it down a little bit. So I guess that's one reason that I shouldn't do like I shouldn't try and use the in-game character art unless I could apply like a flip and a scale transform to those. I probably just shouldn't even worry about it. But all right. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. So this layer is adventures. Okay, so, oh yeah, oh yeah. What did the, oh yeah, if the roofs, I should pay attention to the roofs because if I don't leave room for them, I will not have roofs. So, how red should they be? I'm working on it. You are seeing the village. You're seeing as much of the village. Oh, oh! Am I still on face cam? Whoa, whoa! Thank you, Marty. I've been in face cam for like a while now, so you saw none of what I was talking about, huh? Thank you, Marty. I mean, I guess you got to see my face a lot, huh? You got to see a whole bunch of my face. My delightful face. What? I don't know how you guys made it that long. I was like, you want to see the village? What did... okay. So these are the references that we're looking at. Yeah, and so specifically... I keep saying red, but I think something I have to keep in mind is that it's actually like it's like a more orangey browny sort of color. So because that, oops, no, well yeah, I guess I can save this as BG's. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't actually save it there yet, because if I save it there, then I think the game data will try and read it. So I'll just call this like village village.pdn. Doop-a-doop. So how long was I in FaceTime for? I was in Face. Oh my gosh, I was in Facecam for way too long. People should complain more about my face. Good job for complaining, Marty, by the way. You're an excellent complainer. Those are the complaints I want to hear. The legitimate ones. The ones that actually represent something amiss. I guess it's okay if the village is a little bit tall. And I keep calling it a village, but it's way more built up than a village. But like whatever this thing is. Whatever this space is. It's gonna be pretty tall. I guess it's gonna be kind of like the forest in that way. Like it's gonna reach up pretty high. So yeah, like I don't know if the roof should be. I think the roofs will be like slightly pointed. They'll like have like a little bit of a top to them. I guess because yeah, if the roofs were just like completely flat, then like you wouldn't actually be seeing much of the roofs. They would just be like they would just be yeah, you just see the front the facade of the building. So doop-a-doop. So I guess so this could be roughly what that layer does mostly. It's like, yeah, so there are these buildings, and then they're varying sizes and shapes, and I mean they might not all look exactly like. Whoops, whoa, what the heck layer am I on? I'm drawing on the adventures layer. Pff, stupid. How much did I accidentally draw on the adventures layer? What? Oh yeah. All right, so I drew a lot on the adventures layer. Whoops. Hey, I just barely missed the owl. Good for me. Oops. Oh gosh, I'm chopping everything up. Wow, I did not do well. I literally hit both sides of that. That was incredibly unimpressive. Alright. Oops. Alright, hold on. That's almost correct, except for this, so let me just go in and... Alright, so cut that. Nope. Again, the wrong layer. Cut that. And this is supposed to go in the mid-ground layer. So I'll put a layer above this, paste this here, and squish this down. Wait, why are there these weird... Oh, it didn't line it up correctly? You jerk. Why would you do that? There we go. Alright. It's like, I could line it up correctly, or I could not line it up correctly. Alright, there. Fine. So there are buildings like this. This might be too light. It'll probably like get toned down a little bit. Villages look like Arabian slums or Egyptian slums. All right. Yeah. I mean, we never really specify like. I mean, like this doesn't take place any place in the world, right? It's like this side quest takes place somewhere else, somewhere very different. Oh no! Did I draw on the? Did I draw? Oh no, that's a cattail in front. I was like, wait, was there something on the? Yeah, no, that's just a cattail on the. Yeah. So, all right. I guess side quest is a bit. Maybe it takes place in a region of a fictional world inspired by that region. There are those areas of our world or whatever. Um, yeah, because like originally I was picturing like when I was talking about the village, I was actually picturing all the buildings made out of stone, and but then it occurred to me like I'm like the whole cave whatever was like all made out of stone, and so if I probably don't need to show the water because there's not gonna be, this is not Venice, it's not gonna be like that. No, yeah, it was just occurring to me that if I oh, I probably shouldn't use I was just gonna draw in with this mud color, and if I do that I'll probably end up making the streets actually that mud color. So yeah, so the streets actually, they might be more of like a brick type color as well. Probably a different tone of brick though, probably like a little more less orangey but a lot less saturated as well, so maybe like something like that. I don't know if that's quite right, but like, no, that's probably not quite right. That's probably not right. So wait, more red, but no, not more saturated though. Maybe a lot less saturated, like just maybe just like reddish tinged gray. Still looks very pink. But that is kind of like what bricks look like. Maybe I just shouldn't go with brick. Maybe I should just keep the rooftops and be happy with that. Um, yeah, if the building, if this village was made completely out of stone, like I don't know, there's nothing that looks like this yet. So I'd rather go with something new than something repeated. It doesn't necessarily make sense, right? Like, because if stone is more plentiful in this world, then wouldn't it make more sense for like the buildings to be made out of the plentiful stone? But apparently, whatever materials these are also exist in the world in enough supply that that people are able to make buildings out of them. Oh yeah, so I should also be like rendering in the roofs and stuff, so that they don't just look completely flat. Doop-a-doop. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. I guess some of it would cast like shadows on the neighboring roofs or whatever. Uh, all right, so yeah, I think this is like the gist of the treatment here. Oh yeah, and the doors are not like that. I guess the doors are the doors like this color.